Hi, I'm Emmanuel, founder of Plenitude, and this video we're going to quickly go through how you can scrape leads in 2026 for your business without using Apollo. As we know, Apollo has been quite harder and more stringent when it comes to scraping leads at scale. So Clay is actually the software we're using for all of our clients to scrape them high quality leads and bring them meetings. So this is something I'd really recommend you to do. If you're not using Clay in 2026, lock in and get Clay right now. But anyway, let's quickly go through how you can scrape quality leads for your business, whether that's for your outreach, cold calling, email, you name it. So in Clay, what I think is really, really good to use is to find companies first. So you want to kind of filter towards companies you want to work with. One quick example, I got this ready, is if you look at your case studies, you ideally want to work with companies similar to your case studies. As one, you have social proof, which will make conversions easier, and also you know how to do the results for them, so it'll be easier for you to do the results for them as well. So, say for example, I have one case study with this email marketing agency, Arcadia Media. Big shouts to Arcadia Media. Um, we help to generate X amount of revenue. So we'll quickly show you basically what I'd recommend. Go to your case studies LinkedIn. So I've already done it then, but case study LinkedIn. Look at the LinkedIn profile, and then you can now reverse engineer their LinkedIn profile to target similar companies. So what you could easily do with Clay, which is really, really cool, literally just scroll down to lookalike companies and then just literally put in the LinkedIn URL of your case study. And then now it will just automatically bring you companies similar to your case study. So just to keep this video really short, this is probably what I'll do now because this is really, really powerful. But also what else you could also do is reverse engineer your case studies to see the company size you want to work with. So if I filter, we'll just do those company sizes for now. So filter towards company sizes, you can filter towards your revenue. I don't usually recommend filtering to revenue as it's not the most accurate. So what I would suggest is you kind of filter towards industries, and keywords is a big thing as well. So with keywords, the easiest thing you could possibly do, put in the LinkedIn profiles of all of your case studies, plug it into your AI tool of choice, whether that's ChatGPT or Claude, to analyze the companies and give the common company keywords mentioned there, and then just copy and paste that into description keywords to include. Also make sure exclude keywords which will commonly bring up wrong fit. So say for example, if I'm working, okay, now I want to filter towards email marketing agencies, it could accidentally give me cold email agencies, which is a competitor to me. So just literally put in cold email agency, bang, like cold email. You get the idea. So I'd really recommend filter towards description keywords to include and exclude, industries, company size, location. Obviously, let's work with the United States and Canada. You can even exclude companies. So if you want to exclude people you're already working with, you can upload that there as well. So you kind of see the power Clay has. It's super, super powerful. Industries to include, it's just amazing. It's incredible. So once this filters, we'll wait for this to quickly filter everything. We can then build a table just from this company's list we just filtered. So we'll be right back once this is finished. Perfect, everything's loaded, so you can kind of see the filters again. The main thing we're using here is the look-like feature, which is really powerful. Just for the sake of the video for speed, we'll also limit this to, let's say, 1,000 companies, just to make this really quick. So once you've filtered everything you want, again, this is going to take a while to load 1,000. We'll be right back for 1 second. Perfect. So we've kind of built this small list of companies based on the look-like feature, which is really, really cool. So we can kind of cross-verify. Ideally, we want to be working with email marketing agencies. So if we kind of show this now, yes, you can see this is an e-commerce agency. Perfect. So the look-like feature is really, really cool. Obviously, you can scroll through and test them different. So yeah, look-like feature of Clay, super, super powerful, especially if you have really nice case studies. Now, if you don't have case studies as well, just kind of reverse engineer your ideal ICP. So how their LinkedIn profiles would look. Find 5 examples of your perfect fit companies, and then just reverse engineer, or just use look-like feature for your perfect fit companies into Clay. Perfect. Once we built our perfect fit companies, we now need to find the right decision makers at these companies. How you do that? You simply go to add, click find people, and then it will then automatically map the companies to this find people. And you kind of see we're already seeing the people at these companies, which is really, really powerful. So say for example now, ideally, okay, cool, we want to work with You can kind of filter to job titles here immediately. So we want to work with CEOs, we want to work with marketing directors, we want to work with, let's see, head of marketing. You kind of see what we're doing here as well, like say director of partnerships, you kind of name it. So you kind of know what job titles you want to work with. You can simply filter them here. Or something I really like to do sometimes as well is, say for example, we want to target the marketing department of companies, just filter towards marketing and public relations. Because you will notice some companies, for the same role, they name it differently. So this is a way for you to not miss out on good fit leads for you as well. So you kind of filter towards job titles. You don't want to also filter towards location again, because just because a company is based in the US doesn't mean that decision maker is based in the US, especially now 2026 with remote work, etc. So you can kind of filter towards this as well. You don't really have to filter towards companies anymore because we already done the company filtering earlier. And yeah, this is literally the main thing you kind of need. You can also filters we've been playing around with as well for different niche campaigns. If you want people who, I guess, are in an older demographic, you can kind of filter towards how many like experiences they've had. So that's a cool filter Clay gives you where, hey, minimum, say the minimum they've spent 3 years in a role. You can filter that here, which is really, really cool. So anyway, enough of the niche stuff. We're then going to import this to, you can actually just for clean sake, we'll just import this to a new table for us now. So you can kind of understand the process. We've first filtered our ideal for companies by reverse engineering our best fit companies. And then from that list of companies, we can then find the right people using Clay. So you can now kind of see we've now found the people at these companies. Now you're probably wondering, okay, that's great, Emmanuel. How the hell are we going to email these guys now? Because we don't have emails. Perfect. Now, this is where Clay really comes in, which is really powerful. Clay has a range of tools you can use to find emails. The cheapest tool and probably the quickest tool I'd recommend for you guys is ICPs. So if I go to ICPs now, find work email, you can easily either get your own API key from ICPs by if I quickly show this now actually, we go to ICPs, go over here, and then go to pricing. You can easily subscribe to ICPs, quite cheap, really good value for emails. But for the sake of this video, we're going to use Clay credits essentially for this as well. So we'll go to Clay, and it will automatically map the full name and domain, which ICPs needs to find the emails basically. So we're going to do continue to add fields, output the email, and ideally I also want to see the MX provider, as Google is quite a good MX provider to reach out to as well. So click save. And then we're then going to run this on a few people. And then you can kind of see how we can actually find emails of these decision makers so we can email them. And perfect. You can only see, yeah, we literally found hopefully all 10. Okay, 9. That's really good though. So ICP is really good, really cheap as well. Highly recommend. Once you find these emails though, we don't want your emails to get blacklisted or have poor deliverability due to bouncing. So this is where you now validate the emails. For validating the emails, my favorite tool to use is Lead Magic. So big shout out to Lead Magic. We're going to use my key for this as well, as I have a subscription with them as well. And then just map the email that you find from ICPs, and then ideally make this only run if email isn't empty. So this basically makes it to make sure that it will only validate emails that we actually find. So we'll click output correct, continue to add field. We want to see the status, sub status, and let that run for 10 rows. Hopefully, most of these will be valid, but this is really good to optimize your deliverability. So you're only reaching out to valid emails, which is really, really cool. So let this run real quick. You can kind of see we found these emails. One thing I kind of do is I just make a quick column where output email if the lead magic status, move my face out of the way for you guys. Output email if lead magic status is exactly valid. So this makes it to where we're going to have a column which is only valid emails, which would be what you're reaching out to. So click output correct, and we have our valid emails. So you kind of see out of 10 people we found from our custom list of companies, we have found, is this 7? No, we found 6 out of 10, which is really, really good. So this is how you can easily build your perfect fit companies, find the right decision makers, and then find their emails. One more thing I also show, you can then also, if you're doing cold calling or warm calling leads, when they respond to your emails, You can then find a phone number. Again, my favorite tool for this is Lead Magic. Again, Lead Magic, you guys need to sponsor me ASAP because you guys are amazing. But if I put my API key here as well, link the profile, and I want to only run. You don't have to do this, but only run if they have a valid email. So only run a valid email is int empty. So basically finding the phone numbers for people who have a valid email. So then we can kind of combine cold email and cold calling. But if you're strictly doing cold calling, you don't need to do this anyway. So if I do save a run, and then this should find us, hopefully, most of the phone numbers for these leads. Perfect. So you can kind of see we'll have the phone numbers here. So this is, guys, A to Z, how you build your perfect list of companies. From there, find the right decision makers at those companies. From there, find the email. From there, validate the email and find the phone number. So that's a quick overview. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. You no longer need Apollo. Just use this and you're going to be ahead. Trust me. But thank you for your time. See you soon.